Just to do like a quick introduction up front. So my name is Sven Falk. I'm an IoT developer and data engineer from Bausch Ströbel, and I'm here with Chris.
I'm Chris Bank, the Director of Product Management at Brüel Kjær Vibro. That's the strange name up there. We also shortcut it by B&K Vibro.
So yeah, we'd like to tell a story about how we developed the joint condition monitoring solution for the pharmaceutical industry. And to give you an understanding of how the solution works, we also need to elaborate a bit about how the pharmaceutical industry works, because it's a highly regulated industry that has certain challenges when it comes to sharing data, and also has certain challenges when it comes to truly collaborating on finding actionable insights together. So to tell you a bit about our company, to give you an understanding on where these challenges come from, Bausch Ströbel is a family-owned machine constructor from southern Germany who's specializing in filling liquid and solid drugs. And we've basically been family-owned since 1967, starting with 4 employees, constantly growing to close to 3,000 employees at the moment. Our customers are basically all across the entire pharmaceutical industry. Basically, the machines that we offer are very high quality, and we are constantly partnering with our customers to find the best possible solution towards filling medicine and vaccines to make them safely and affordably available across the entire globe. To give you an idea of our portfolio, we basically offer filling machines and equipment from basically tabletop equipment up to very large high-speed filling machines. We're very flexible in that regard and can always accustom to the specific needs of our customers, from research in a lab environment up to high-speed filling machines. And we also offer many different containers that we can fill our pharmaceuticals in. 3 innovations that I'd like to mention is the first one, GenX, which is our newest machine for a gloveless environment, because one of the most contaminations in the pharmaceutical production comes from the gloves that are inside these machines. The GenX is a new generation of machine that works according to the Annex 1 standards and is fully gloveless without an operator. Then the second one is a Combisys, which is a flexible machine system that allows our customers to have different dosing systems and also different containers inside a filling machine. And the third one would be Variosys, which is a combination of isolators and our machine modules. And the benefit of Variosys is that you can use independent machine modules to adjust them according to your current needs in production. So it's easy to scale and very modular in terms of production. And with all the machines that we also have a digital portfolio with digital products along our pharmaceutical filling machines. So the first one would be Omnia XR, which is a virtual reality training for our customers. The biggest challenge here is that sometimes it's very hard to train your operators because the machine is in a production cycle and you cannot really work with the machines on site. With Omnia XR, we offer a full virtual machine training for example, changing format parts in a Combisys machine, but also training operators for clean room behavior. Then the second one is Omnia Troubleshooting, which is our extensive operator support right at the HMI. Because, for example, if you want to troubleshoot something at the machine and you don't have all the documents with you, it's always a big struggle to get in and out of the clean rooms, because it might take you a while if it's like a closed system. And with Omnia Troubleshooting, we offer all the support that the operators need right at the HMI. Then our third digital product here is Omnia Connect, which is our own IoT gateway, where we basically enable standardized data provisioning from the entire production landscape to higher level system like the Pi system. And since we're always in a very collaborative partnership with our customers, it's important for us to also speak the language of our customers. So building solutions on the Pi system was the next step from our IoT gateway. So for a few years now, we are offering several modules and support around the Pi system, because we as a machine constructor also have the mission to enable our customers to make the most out of the machine data, enable data-driven decision-making, and help them to integrate our machines into their existing infrastructure as fast and as easy as possible. And the products around the Pi system also led to the project that we're currently having right now, because it laid a foundation for the partnership that we set up recently after the Aviva World in Paris and collaborate together on a joint solution. So to give you an idea how these pharmaceutical machines work, they have different modules for different jobs along the process. So we start with cleaning the objects, then sterilizing them in a sterilizing tunnel, which will also be the object that we'll highlight later in the presentation. Then we have a filling area, followed by closing and crimping, and then cleaning again the objects. So each of these steps along the production process has unique needs towards condition monitoring. So developing a solution that can easily be retrofitted and wouldn't require any PLC changes for a qualified environment is challenging and really requires a lot of collaboration between us as a machine constructor, between Brüel Kjær Vibro as a specialist for condition monitoring and vibration sensors, but also the customers. And especially in an environment where sharing data is such restrictive as the pharmaceutical industry, really collaborating on finding and developing actionable insights just requires a lot of collaboration, but also transparency. The challenge that we're facing right now is that many of the pharmaceutical machines of today are not monitored for vibration data. They're basically set up for the job that they're doing, and they're doing it very well and very precisely. But these machines aren't often spec'd or requested by our customers for vibration data, which also means that they're missing out on a lot of data that can help you in generating actionable insights when you contextualize it with machine information. Because the vibration itself tells quite a story, but when you combine it and work together with the machine data and the process data, you can just collaborate for new insights. So one of the solutions that we proposed was to make a solution, as I mentioned, that's easy retrofittable, which also brought in Brüel Kjær's or B&K Vibro's portable vibration sensor. So we have a sensor that's swiftly deployable and can easily be retrofitted inside the machines to monitor critical parts for vibration data. To give you a brief idea of our project timeline, we started a project with Aviva as a Lighthouse project for condition monitoring last year to look into opportunities to analyze vibration data. And we held an initial presentation at the partner event of last year's Aviva World in Paris. And after that, we basically met and got in touch about sharing ideas about using portable, basically wired and wireless vibration sensors for a joint solution. That's why we also decided to start a partnership and collaborate on the idea of combining machine and process data with vibration data. And just recently in February, we met up at our plant in Ilshofen and installed all the sensors on a machine to just gain the insights on site. And that also showed us how easy it is to retrofit and set up these wireless vibration sensors so they can be swiftly deployed during, for example, in service action. So right now we're still optimizing the data flow to the Pi system and the Aviva Connect system to generate the right data structure and a data set for advanced analytics. And yeah, now as you can see, we're at the Aviva World here in Paris. And we're currently looking for a reference customer since we've tested it in our lab environment in Ilshofen. And we're now trying to collaborate with the customer to test the system on site. And now, Chris, would you like to tell us a bit why Brüel Kjær is such a great partner for condition monitoring?
Thank you very much, Sven. So you heard a bit about the challenges of this kind of machinery, especially in pharma, retrofitting those solutions with the right, connecting those assets with the right sensors. To give you an idea quickly about Brüel Kjær Vibro and why we are the right partner for that, and I think we can already see the benefits of that partnership. We have been founded in 1942, and we are focused with our 210 plus employees on vibration-based condition monitoring and machine protection. So that means we have 210 people, or more than 210, working on that topic. We already equipped more than 40,000 wind turbines out there in the market with a huge OEM together, and with over 800 hydro turbines and 10,000 hydrocarbon processing machines instrumented with our devices. But this is not the where it ends from our side. Of course, we have the portfolio that enables that, but also we help our customers to turn data into actionable insights. Because this is where like the challenge is. Like generating data is one aspect of that, and it's very important to generate the right data the data that really carries all the values and is valuable for the decisions. But it's also important to not, how to say, flood the entire system with a lot of redundant data, because that makes it hard to do the monitoring. So just a bit of history about the company, but I will quickly jump over that. Most important point at the moment is like that we had been acquired by NSK 2021. That adds another expertise to what we can bring to the partnership, and that's the bearings itself. So the rolling element bearings, NSK is a Japanese bearing manufacturer, so we can provide even more services than what we historically were able to bring. One aspect I want to put an emphasis on is our mission, because we're on the mission to give every machine a voice that we translate into actionable insights to boost productivity. Sounds like a great sentence, right? But important is what's behind that. It's really, I saw that so often happening at customer sites that, yes, we bring all the equipment, we give the machines a voice, but then it stops. Because mainly, or quite often, it fails because of the customers over time have issues with maintaining all this, looking in all the alarms, and making a good decision about whether that alarm is relevant or not. It requires a lot of dedication to that and also kind of maintenance for that monitoring system. If you don't do that very efficiently, then you're suffering from a lot of false alarms, and then you don't see the relevant alarms. That's why we also took the step to go beyond that and also help our customers to translate this voice into actionable insights. Just a quick look at our portfolio, and this is also why it's important in the relationship or in the partnership. When we looked at this machinery, it's quite important to understand which are the right sensors for that. Is it a wireless solution, wired solution? This is why we bring all of this with us, have the experience, and can connect the assets in the right way. We're still working on some of the aspects, of course, but we already figured out that for some parts of the solution, the wireless solution might be a very good fit, or is a good fit. Just a quick overview of our entire portfolio, but I skipped that slide now. And hand it back over to Sven.
So yeah, to tell you a bit about our Lighthouse project, we basically had 3 main goals in mind. The first one was to secure smooth operations, because in pharmaceuticals, unlike different industries, you're not at a point where you're sometimes producing 24/7 throughout the entire year. Especially with some critical medicine, you basically have small production windows, so you're only generating a small amount of data for a specific process. And with our advanced condition monitoring, by combining the vibration data and our machine and process data, we want to help our customers to really nail down the maintenance for the maintenance windows, just to be safe for the production cycle. Because every unplanned stop that you have during a production batch in pharmaceuticals might cause the risk of losing an entire batch of medicine, which then could eventually also lead to medicine shortages or vaccine shortages. So ensuring smooth operations is just paramount in that area. And another great point is that we want to make the entire solution retrofittable, because in the pharmaceutical landscape, these machines get qualified and highly regulated. So once they're fully set up for producing and filling pharmaceuticals, it's very, very time consuming to make any changes to the production landscape if you want to touch, for example, the PLC or mechanical parts. So we want to create a solution that's easy retrofittable by working with our own IoT gateway, Omnia Connect, because we can access all the data points in the PLC, in the HMI, and then using vibration sensors and stream the data through a different gateway. So we only need to touch the outside environment of the pharmaceutical production, thereby not being required to requalify the entire system. Our approach is basically, as a first step, to collect the data from the machine and also from the vibration sensors, combine them with our combined experience to generate the insights, and then as a third step, to enlighten users. And the partners that we currently have in our Lighthouse project are B&K Vibro. Then we're also working together with IOTA, which is an excellent solution for creating dashboards, and also Aviva Advanced Analytics. So yeah, Chris, could you tell us a bit about the difference between wired and wireless sensors?
Yes, absolutely. So with, I think you all experienced that in the market there was quite a kind of change when it comes to sensing. Especially with IoT, it started that all the wireless sensors showed up, and they provide a great benefit because you don't need to run any cables to get all the assets connected. That means less installation costs. That means it's easier to retrofit those assets, and it's quicker because you can just plug and play. And that works perfectly. And it's very well for the right application. As soon as we come to more complex applications where we have changing operating conditions or where it's kind of high temperature or very low temperature ranges, then a wired solution is still better on that end. And this is why it's very important to make the right decision, which is the right sensor for which application. Wireless sensor comes with battery, usually battery driven. That means it's designed for 5 years lifetime, but as soon as we go for, more often measurements, a quicker cycle of measurements, that means it reduces the lifetime of the sensor. You don't want to end up changing sensors every year, right? That's something which is very important. Also, changes between cold and hot temperature will lead to a very quick degradation of the battery. And that's to make the right decision, which is the right sensor for which kind of application. And this is where we work closely together, understand, okay, which of the machines can we easily retrofit with wireless? And other parts of the machine, of the assets of the machinery, we do run cables and bring connected sensors in there. But with both, we can achieve it.
So yeah, to tell you a bit about how we bring the data into the Pi system, it's always a question of architecture. So at first, what Chris already mentioned is to find out where to measure, where to use which sensor, and where to place it in a machine. Then in the pharmaceutical industry, Pi is basically the standard data historian. So eventually all our production landscape from the pharmaceutical filling line ends up in a Pi system at our customers. So we also chose the Pi system to bring all the data together, and at a later stage use AVEVA Connect as a natural extension of the Pi system. So depending on where we are in a machine project, there are different approaches to how we enhance or extend to vibration data. The classic approach would be to connect the wired sensors directly to a PLC and have them built in from the get-go. The second approach would be if I don't want to change anything at a PLC but want to use a wired sensor for a retrofit, we could also use the B&K Vibro VCM3 gateway. Or if we use the wireless solution, we could use BKV Connect. And then on an edge level, we have Omnia Connect as Bausch Ströbel's IoT gateway to streamline all the production data from the machine to the Pi system. And on BK side, we also have the setpoint connector to streamline the vibration data to the Pi system. So that's where we basically want to combine our joint experience and create the insights.
And I think that's also the important aspect of having the partnership with AVEVA or in the AVEVA ecosystem, because there's many partners available which already have kind of an integrated solution which allow to go for those use cases very quickly. So this is where we came together, and it's honestly the first time we met was on the AVEVA World in Paris. So that means like I listened to the presentation, then we later met on our booth and discussed about, okay, how can we bring this quickly into a running prototype? And this is what we achieved in February by having our solution directly integrated with Pi, having that directly integrated with Connect, and bringing everything together. So also thanks to the great support of AVEVA, Hans Otto especially, who really helps us making that happen.
Yeah, what you also need to keep in mind is that in pharma, data is highly regulated. So you always need to discuss with your customers what kind of data they're actually allowed to share with you for maintenance data. So a key part of our solution is that the entire solution has to be integratable into our customer system to always keep the full data ownership in our customer systems without them being needed to share any data with us. To give you an idea of what we did, basically what we can see here is the wireless sensor, and we set it up in a tunnel to basically monitor the vibration in the ventilation of a sterilizing tunnel. And you can just like set them up and start going and collect data. It's very easy to retrofit, so you can just swiftly deploy them during a service action. The second part of our Lighthouse project is to generate insights, and that's where we build on AVEVA Connect and the advanced analytics model. So basically with advanced analytics, we're using the anomaly detection model to identify any excursions in our data sets. Because in pharma, since the machines aren't operating basically full time, you sometimes have limited data snapshots that you need to work with to identify any excursions to generate these insights for maintenance. And by sharing the data with AVEVA Connect, we just bring our data sets together, which enables also us to fully collaborate and bring our domain knowledge into the analytics, because we as a machine constructor are the experts when it comes to machine and process data. We fully understand our machines and can help our customers to make transparent insights and decisions, as well as opening up for B&K Vibro to bring their insights into the analytics.
Yeah, I mean, the important aspect there is that where we can help with our expertise is to turn vibration data into actionable insights. Because that's also something where there's a lot of training needed to bring the people to the right level. Well, this is where we said, okay, also there, we want to help all the customers out there, our partners out there, to get access to that experience quicker and easier, because that's something we have the experts, which have decades of experience in turning that data into actionable insights. And together with the OEM, we can really make it actionable insights that are dedicated to those assets.
The third step of our project is to enlighten the users, because with actionable insights, we actually want to notify the maintenance engineers to make swift decisions and implement them right at the production line, just to secure our smooth operations. So by leveraging the data from AVEVA Connect, our customers always have the two choices to either use AVEVA Connect for straight visualization. If, for example, you're just sharing maintenance data with a cloud-based solution and just want to use that for insights, or you could use the analytics results from advanced analytics, put them back into the PI system where also all your product-related information is stored, and use that as a source for your reporting solutions. So basically in our prototype, what we did was connect the sensors with the machine. We used the wireless solution to streamline the data to the PI system. We used our process data and are currently at the stage where we streamline all data to the PI system, contextualize it there, and develop or inform the users using PI Vision.
And that's just, as I said, like one of the first steps, just to bring the data in front of the people, to enable them to make informed decisions in the next step, on their end. But with the next step, that we really turn it into actionable insights, that means that comes automatically with some maintenance recommendations. What to do to bring that asset into a good condition again, or what to do to keep it in a good condition. Because that's usually the question which maintenance people have, right? Can I still operate it? Is it safe to operate? Can I continue until the batch process is ended? Or do I need to do something before so I can ensure that my operation runs smoothly? And this is exactly what we want to make a difference together, especially empower Bausch Ströbel to bring that service to the end customers.
To give you a brief tour of our basically complete architecture, what we started with was bringing the data to the PI system. So on the left, you can see how we bring the sensor and the machine data over Omnia Connect and the setpoint connector to a PI system, and then use AVEVA Connect together with advanced analytics as a natural extension of the existing PI infrastructure to enable our customers using advanced analytics. And then we can inform our users or our customers using PI Vision or a different solution based on the PI system.
And I think that's also like the one crucial aspect about Connect is also about which data to share, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like pharma is highly regulated, what kind of data you're actually willing to share with the cloud solutions. And there are different approaches that we see among our customers. So keeping the data integrity at our customer's decision to always choose what kind of data they want to share with an advanced analytics solution that's cloud-based is crucial in terms of making a decision for maintenance solution. To give you an idea of our road ahead, we're currently optimizing the data collection to bring in more and more data together and see how we can enhance our data set for advanced analytics, and thereby also optimizing the analytics part. And we also want to define a retrofit solution how we can easily apply it to any of our machines. And the next step would also be to select the reference customer to test it in a real production environment. So just to summarize our solution, our main goal is securing smooth operations through actionable insights to really help our customers hit the right maintenance window and be always prepared for what's ahead. With that solution, we basically always offer full data ownership at our customer sites, which is crucial in pharma. Our customers are always in a position where they can choose what kind of data they want to share with a solution, the data they want to share with AVEVA Connect, and thereby also enable collaboration with us or Brüel Kjær Vibro, or to give specialist insights into their maintenance data. That also enables us with a secure architecture, because the entire system is installed on-premise in the customer systems. And as said, they can always choose what kind of data they want to share. And the third part, and also the biggest point, is that it enables true collaboration among OEMs, among condition monitoring solution providers, and among our customers. Because the environment in pharmaceutical production is quite a complex landscape, and especially when you have limited data, it's a challenge that we can only solve together. So we want to collaborate with our customers to always find the best possible solution together for condition monitoring.
Which also means that if the customer has a problem, it's not about, okay, then good calling Bausch Ströbel, waiting for an engineer to come on site and everything. No, it's the other way around. The data will travel, not the people. And this is what we make happen with this kind of, what AVEVA helps us to make happen with Connect. Get the data travel, bring the data to the experts. They can generate the insights instantly back to the operators of those machinery. So they have instant help and not need to wait until maintenance or an engineer can travel on site, investigate the entire problem, and then go back.
Yeah, and if you ever have the situation where you actually need a maintenance engineer, while he's on the plane, you can just share the data with us, and we can already look at the data and try to identify the problem, just to give you an extra edge in time when it's a crucial production window.